Hi, my name's Nicole. I work as a host at Typhoon Restaurant in Redmond, Washington. A Thursday a couple of weeks ago, one of my coworkers, Julia, had put in her 2 weeks to depart from Typhoon. When I had asked her why she was leaving, she said she wanted to focus more on school, plus she had another job on top of that, which was making her more money anyways. So she was very, very happy to be leaving, and I was happy for her. And a couple of minutes later, she had come up to me and it looked like she had been crying and she was just very upset all of a sudden. She said she was going to miss all the staff members because we're all very, very close. And Typhoon is actually having some financial problems, the whole company is. So she took it very, very personally, even though it was not very relevant to her. Um, so I felt really bad for her because she was very happy at first and then all of a sudden it just went downhill. So then my next shift that I worked was a Saturday night, I believe, and I started around 4 o'clock. And Julia was supposed to work at 6. And in the restaurant industry, it's pretty much important to be on time because it gets busy very quickly and it's important to have people clocked in and ready to work. So at 6 o'clock, Julia had not shown up yet. I thought she was just stuck in traffic or something like that. And about 20 minutes later, there was still no sign of her, so I went up to my manager to ask if he had gotten a phone call from her or had heard from her if she was going to be late. And right when he pulled out his phone to call her, she walked into the door, and I was relieved at this point because it was just crazy busy and we needed her on the floor, which means ready to work. And so right when she put all her stuff away, she came up to me and she came very close to my face, probably like 2 inches away from my face, and she told me she had a secret. I said, "What's your secret?" And she said, "I'm really wasted." And at this point, I was just in disbelief. I didn't really know how to respond to that except for, "No, you're not, Julia." And then she looked me straight in the eye and said, "Yes, I am." And she stormed off. So I was thinking, it just put me in a weird position. I didn't know whether to be loyal and keep that secret for my coworker slash friend, or if I should tell a manager and just have her be sent home and risking just getting her in trouble, because I hate being in that kind of position. So then I guess she had told my sister, who also works at Typhoon, that she was drunk as well. And so, I don't know, it just put me in a very weird position and I didn't know what to do. So then a couple of minutes later, she was talking to different guests, and she was just flailing her arms in the air, and she was yelling about how much she disliked Typhoon and disliked the food. And apparently she cursed at a customer, and then she went to a different table and filled up waters, and then knocked over all the glasses, and then threw water on one of our guests. And he was surprisingly was not very upset. Julia had apologized and told them as well that she was drunk. So the guests had asked to see a manager, and then Julia had ran off somewhere for like 5 to 10 minutes. She was nowhere to be found. And our food runner, the person who drops off the food at the table, the guest had asked him if he could see a manager. So he sent over the manager to that table and notified him that one of our staff members let our guests know that they were drunk. And so right away my manager went to go chase her down somewhere and dismissed Julia and let her go home. So at this point, it was just crazy busy. I didn't even want to think about that situation. It was just over and done with. But I think at the end, my lesson that I need to realize is if someone tells me that they're coming in drunk or some kind of under the influence, I need to tell the person who is in charge or some authority that this person needs to be sent home, because we don't want that person making a fool of themselves and creating this chaos and just making actions that they'll regret later. So the next day, I guess, Julia had texted my sister saying that she did not regret coming into work and regret coming into work under that condition. And so the next day, our staff members had heard that comment from Julia, and everyone just lost total disrespect for her. And I almost feel bad because I could have told my manager and all of this could have been avoided. Thank you.